textbook number 3, how can we determine whether a graph of a relation is a function? When graph is given, we use the vertical line test. We use a vertical line test to determine whether the given graph is a function or otherwise. If the vertical line cuts only at one point on the graph, then the relation is a function. On the other hand, if the vertical line does not cut any point or cut more than one point, then the graph is not a function. Remember, the graph cut at any point or cut more than one point, then the graph is not a function. Remember that the graph does not cut any point or cuts more than one point. Does not cut any point or cut more than one point, that one is not function. So let's see this one. We draw the vertical line test. This is a vertical line test. The blue one is a vertical line test. The graph of H is a function because there is one intersection point. This is vertical line test. So how about this one? If we draw the vertical line on the graph, we can see all the vertical line actually cut at 2 points except here and here. But since we have a vertical line cut at 2 points, so the graph is not a function. It is not a function. Why? Because it cut at, so long as there is a intersecting of more than one point. Even though there is one point, but here we have two intersection points for the vertical line test, so the graph is not a function. So let's see the example. Which of the following graph represent a function? So let's draw the vertical line. We can draw the vertical line like this. For this part, it does not cut any point, but here we have one, we have one, we have one. So what do you think about this graph? Is it a function? Yeah, the graph is a function because when the vertical line test is carried out, the line cuts the graph at only one point, except when x equal to 1, it does not cut any point on the graph. Alright, it's okay if it does not cut, so long as there is one intersection point. So yes, it is a function. So if we draw the vertical line for the function, for the graph, we will observe there is only one intersection point. So we can say that for B, the graph is a function because when the vertical line test is carried out, the line cuts the graph at only one point. So this one is yes, it is a function. What about this one? If we draw the vertical line test, we can see there are two intersection points except here, right? Here only one. So for C, obviously the graph is not a function because when the vertical line is carried out, the line cut the graph at 2 points. So when we conduct the vertical line test, there are two intersection points. So this is not the function. So for C, it is not a function. So how many x-intercept and y-intercepts can exist in the graph of a function? My challenge. How many x-intercept and y-intercept can exist in the graph of function? So as you can see here, we have one y-intercept and one x-intercept, right? Let's see. we have one y-intercept, one x-intercept here. This is y, this is x. For this one is a function. For this one, we have one here, one intercept, one y-intercept, and one x-intercept, right? So this is a function. Okay. For this one, we have one x-intercept and then one y-intercept, right? But this is not a function, right? So that is my challenge. That's all my sharing on vertical line test to determine whether the graph is a function or not. That's all my sharing. Till then, bye bye and have a nice day.